You're in for it now. Brutal truth regulations and red tape startup horror stories. Founder FAQ, fundraising advice. You didn't ask for last laugh. Brutal truth, your idea isn't special, and the world doesn't care. Every founder thinks they've got the next unicorn. The reality? Your brilliant, groundbreaking idea is probably already in some investor's rejection pile. Someone's done it before, someone's doing it right now, and someone will do it again, but better, faster, and without crying on Twitter about haters. The difference between a funded idea and a flaming dumpster fire isn't originality, it's execution. It's how well you build, market, adapt, and, most importantly, sell. Founders who win don't waste months making sure their NDA is airtight before sharing their pitch. They're too busy actually doing the thing. So if you're still in stealth mode because you think someone will steal your genius idea, congratulations. You're already losing to the founder who just launched a mediocre version and is getting real feedback. Pro tip for subscribers. Want to know what actually makes investors bite? Proof that people care enough to pay for what you're building? And no, your mom's encouragement does not count as traction. Regulations and red tape. The IRS hates you and your startup. Bruce read Revender's Proc 2024-28, so you don't have to. But now he needs a tax attorney, a nap, and maybe a stiff drink. Reverend Procureurs 2024-28. The IRS finally admits crypto exists, but they still kind of hate it. The IRS finally decided to address crypto in a way that doesn't involve audits and existential dread. Reverend Proc 2024-28 lays down new cost-basis accounting methods, which is government speak for, we're watching you and you better not FK this up. Here's what you actually need to know. You can now officially use FIFO, first in, first out, specific ID, or HIFO, highest in, first out, but only if you keep meticulous records. Didn't keep records? Congrats, FIFO is your default. That means selling your earliest, cheapest crypto first, which could mean paying more in taxes if prices have gone up. This is just a warm-up. Expect more regulation, more tracking, and less, but crypto is decentralized, excuses. The subscriber-only tea, here's what accountants aren't telling you. If you've been trading crypto for years and have never tracked your transactions, now is the time to panic, and maybe hire a CPA before the IRS comes knocking. HIFO can save you a ton of money on taxes, if you know how to do it right. But mess it up, and you'll have one of the worst tax seasons of your life. The IRS will eventually require real-time reporting of digital asset sales. You think you're stressed now? Just wait. TLDR. Get your SHT together now, or risk an IRS love letter you'll regret. How to burn billions and ruin lives. A case study. Theranos, the $9 billion bloodbath, lies, and literal poisoning. Elizabeth Holmes wasn't just running a fraudulent startup, she was playing real-life mad scientist, except instead of creating a monster, she let real people suffer from fake medical results while pocketing billions. Here's what made Theranos extra horrifying. Beyond the whole lying to investors thing, fake test results. Literally ruined lives. Patients were given false cancer diagnoses, incorrect HIV results, and told they were having miscarriages when they weren't. Others were assured they were perfectly healthy when they actually had serious conditions. Oops. The machine was so useless, it couldn't even get blood into a tiny tube. Properly, employees described blood squirting out at random or failing to collect enough for a test. So Theranos employees had to dilute samples, aka screw up the results even more. Holmes went full dictator. She installed cameras to spy on employees, fired anyone who questioned her, often while threatening lawsuits, and hired ex-military operatives as security. Because nothing screams legit medical startup like a personal Gestapo, they used lab equipment from competitors. Then lied about it. Theranos claimed their magic Edison machine could do over 240 tests. Reality? It could barely do one, and they had to use modified Siemens machines to run real tests behind the scenes. Investors didn't get to see the tech, ever. She duped some of the richest, most powerful people in the world, Rupert Murdoch, the Walton family, Walmart, and Henry Kissinger, by literally refusing to let them see the product work. They still gave her money. They partnered with Walgreens to sell fake blood tests. Theranos rolled out fraudulent tests to the public through a partnership with Walgreens. That's right, actual paying customers got their wrong results, which could have killed someone. When the walls started closing in, Holmes doubled down. Instead of admitting the entire operation was held together by duct tape and lies, she intimidated employees, doctored reports, and tried to destroy evidence. What finally took her down? A whistleblower, an old-school journalist, John Carreyrou, and the fact that at some point reality caught up to the scam. She's now serving 11 years in prison, reportedly trying to rebrand herself as a prison reform advocate. Peak irony. Meanwhile, Sunny Balwani, her right-hand fraudster, got 13 years and is currently locked up in the same prison that once housed Bernie Madoff. Subscriber-only takeaway. This wasn't just a fake-it-till-you-make-it story. This was a case of fake it until people die. Investors ignored every red flag because they wanted to believe in the vision. Founders, take note, people will buy a great story until the receipts come in. Also, maybe don't commit wire fraud. Just a thought. Founder FAQQ. When should I raise money? A. When you've got a damn good reason. Most founders chase VC money like a toddler chasing a sugar high, completely ignoring the crash that follows. Here's the subscriber-only breakdown. If you don't have product-market fit, you're just selling a dream, and dreams don't pay rent. VC money doesn't solve bad business models. It just delays your inevitable failure. The raise early trap. If you raise too soon, you lose control before you even know what you're building. Harsh truth. If you need funding to survive, your business isn't a business yet. It's just a really expensive hobby. Advice you didn't ask for. Nobody reads your data room, so stop treating it like your resume. You spent hours crafting the perfect Notion page, thinking investors would devour every detail. Guess what? They won't even click the link. Here's what actually happens. You send the data room. Investor glances at your deck for 30 seconds. They decide in that moment if you're worth their time. Subscriber-only investor intel. Want to know what gets them to actually read your data? Warm intros. Cold emails are 99% ignored. Pseudo. Momentum. If they think other investors are circling, they suddenly care. A clear, simple story. If your pitch is too complicated, they assume your startup is a mess. Investors don't want data rooms. They want deals that make them look smart. Play the game accordingly. The last laugh use AI as your personal assistant, ready to save precious time and let AI do the heavy lifting? Save time and simplify your unique workflow with HubSpot's highly anticipated AI Playbook, your guide to smarter processes and effortless productivity. Download the free guide today